So here we go again. We got another new Gorillaz tune, this one Aries. So far my favorite of the bunch. I don't know about you. Leave a comment below and let me know which of the three from Song Machine you like the most. But this is the brand new one. It was just released today. And so here you go. It starts off with an A chord. Strings 4, 3, and 2. And those are the only three strings you're playing. So it's a second inversion A major triad. So the song is in A, just like Momentary Bliss. There's a second inversion A major triad, and the rhythm for this 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's the first two measures. Then it goes again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now then it goes all the way up to E. Now I hear this as an E, or this sounds like an E to me. So you can either play it how it's in the tab, where it's first finger, string 5, fret 7, and then I'm barring with my third finger, strings 4, 3, and 2, all on fret 9. But you can also just play strings 4, 3, and 2. You could play it as a C sharp minor. E and C sharp minor are chord substitutes for each other, so you could get away with it in this case where you can play either E or C sharp minor. C sharp minor does seem to fit the song's mood a little bit more, but it goes E or C sharp minor, and then it goes down to D major 7. And you can see the fingering for that one. So it's first finger, string 5, fret 5, ring finger, string 4, fret 7, middle finger, string 3, fret 6, and little finger, fret 7, string 2, and there you have it. We're barring that A chord again, the second inversion A chord, but it has a little bit of a different rhythm, so, boom, right? So that's 16th notes, so very quick. Now the next part is the little kind of solo melodic interlude. Now for this one, to get a good sound, I would recommend switching to the bridge pickup, or if you got a Strat bridge pickup, or maybe even the middle position between middle and bridge. So in other words, if it's a 5-way selector, switch up like that, and you want to pick closer to the bridge to get that twangy sound like they do on the recording. All right, so we get so just up to the fret 5 and back to 4, fret 2, and then fret 4. So that whole first part. So there's a lot of syncopation in this part, especially in the solo coming up later, so you got to pay attention to that. Slow the tape down if you have to, pause this video if you have to, take it in chunks, because there is a whole lot of little nuanced things in these parts. Then the second half, which is bar 3 of this part, starts on C sharp again, and then it goes, back up to C sharp like that, and then A, which is open 5, and then frets 2 and 4 on the same string. It resolves up to D. 2 eighth notes on A, quarter note B, quarter note C sharp, and then D. Da, 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 da. Now the chorus part is the same as the verse, and towards the end after the solo it's still the same, but they bring in a bunch of different layers of synthesizers and keyboards, and so it sounds a little bit different there, but it's the same. And now for the guitar solo. Guitar solo has a very similar feel to this part, but there's a bunch of little nuanced things in it. So take this very slow, break it into chunks. It's a technique called chunking, where you take a bigger piece of information and break it down into smaller bits or chunks, hence the name chunking. That's how I learn a lot of songs very quickly, And if you really get good at that technique, you can learn a lot of songs quickly too. So let's take a look at the solo. 2, 3, 4. So that's the first part. Then it goes. So that's the second half. Now I do it on one string just because I kind of think it sounds sort of like it. Like it just sounds like that to me. But you can go so you can have, instead of this E up here on fret 7 string 5, you can have the E here on fret 2 string 4. They do sound a little different because of the string gauge, but it's thicker down on the 5th string, of course. This is where it gets a little bit funky. We're already halfway through the solo. So that's the second half. That's a little strange, but it's super cool. So it starts on open A. Now this is one technique of chunking I use. We've got 3 notes in this whole sequence, these 2 bars. We've got the open A, we've got the E on the 7th fret of string 5, and then we've got the open E down there. One more time slow. Alright, almost there. We've got 2 more bars of the solo left, and that's it for this tune. On the low E string, which is F sharp, that note, so that's fret 2, string 6. Look in the tab, it goes up to the 9th fret, that's a C sharp. And so that's what we're going to do, because that's what they do in the recording. Instead of going to this C sharp, we're going to slide from the 2nd fret on the 6th string to the 9th fret of the 6th string. So it goes. So thanks for tuning in again, and hopefully you enjoyed this lesson. Please like and subscribe for more. Tell people about this channel. It's seeing some growth lately, and I really appreciate that. Every subscription helps, and we definitely need some help right now for sure. And so subscribe, and there's plenty more. I've got more songs still in the classic album series, which I was going to get done on the 5th, because that was the day that Kurt Cobain passed away. But because of this pandemic, you know, things have changed a little bit. But Practical Theory number 2 is coming up this weekend, and hopefully the start of a new series in this channel will start soon. It will certainly start. Not sure exactly when yet. Still waiting on a couple of things, long story short. But you will get the rest of the Nevermind album, and I hope you enjoyed this. So until next time, thanks for watching.